on YouTube? It's James with Schreimer Fantasy Battle Reports. I got another battle report for you today. It's here. It is ETC 2018 Zagreb, Croatia. Guys, oh, am I excited to get you guys these games. These are the games that are the bread and butter of what the T9A is striving for. This is the reason why the T9A exists. T9A exists is because the people here. We're talking about Kent. We're talking about a bunch of the old players from the ETC tournaments. They made the T9A for the ETC basically. And guys, this is the creme de la creme, the mother of all tournaments. And guys, I'm going in a couple days early to play the ESC. The ESC is actually the games that I'm playing right now. It's the European Singles Championship. Even though I'm not fucking European, I'm fucking Mexican in Chicago. And guys, for the record, today there will be no shy ambulances because I am in the basement of my gym. The gym upstairs right now is really busy and packed, so I figured I'd just come down here to record this video because I got time to kill. Guys, let's go over this really quick. Now, look at this. These are people. This is Kieran and Dunleavy and Matt Lau. You guys might know Kieran from Vince Venturella's channel. He's the Forge of Wonders, but he came out with Team Canada. This has nothing to do about the battle report, but I just want to show you guys. This is Frederick from Germany, I think he's from, but he's basically the guy who's the main contributor to the Vermin Swarm book. Over here's Bobanik. I have no fucking clue where Bobanik's from, man. Bobanik, I could just go on your Facebook and look, but I'm not gonna. And then this is Charming Stellar, the mentor Charming Stellar, not Josu. But guys, this is just to show you that there's some great characters, great people from all over the world. Canada, Germany, God knows where Bobanik's from, Argentina, Spain, wherever the hell George is from. Then we got these girls in great cosplay. Check this shit out, man. These girls, Nika in the middle is my friend now, and then we have her friend on the right, which is Psychopath Cosplay on Instagram. Yeah, and I don't know who the other two girls are. They didn't really talk to me. Anyways, but guys, this is great energy, great people, great costumes, great everything going on in this tournament. And this is my opponent in round one. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I looked at the freaking ETC lists, and his name is like Dorde Teklis Ratkovic. I don't know how to say it or pronounce it, but that's who this guy is. I'm just going to call him Teklis because his middle name is Teklis. Anyways, let's go over what he has. Now, this is Team Montenegro. Team Montenegro's dwarf player. Now, he has Team Montenegro had actually won the best painted team army. So you can see it in these pictures here. That is his general. His general on a what do they call it? Those shield bearers. And that's just a fucking beautiful paint job. Great non-metallic metals. Holy shit! They even were giving out cards for their painter. Over here is their BSB. The BSB is both of these characters have like some dragon breath. One of them has a great weapon. Over here, it's kind of a blurry ass picture, but basically he has multiple units. I actually have his list right here. He has 4 units of 10 clan warriors, 2 units with 10 clan warriors with Relentless Company, 10 Greybeards, then he has 2 Grudge Busters, 2 units of 10 Miners, 2 units of 2 Attack Copters, 1 Steam Bomber, and 2 Catapults. Basically, as you can see in this picture here, those giant ones are the Copters, the big wings are the Grudge Busters, and as you can see, this is just, I mean, it's a very interesting list. It's a very, very, very MSU list. It looks like a lot of dwarves right there, but they're obviously in units of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. We're going to go ahead and deploy. I think it's just classic battle line like so. And this is how I deploy. I drop everything to go first. Obviously, my Spider Riders are not on the table yet. But we're playing secure target, so there's a target on the right, there's a target in the middle. Basically, I put the one in the middle, I put my Force Goblins right by it, so that way they could just chill in the Force and claim it. But the Savages are just going to hold the right. And the reason I did this and not the other way around was because I figured the Savages can't panic off the table. So they could just kind of run, grab it. My monsters and my general in the middle, but basically my general's hiding behind a rock because he's going to have 2 catapults. And then my wolf pack and K pack on the left, and then the freaking bow goblins. I had no real good spot for them, to be honest. Magic, I got Cleansing Fire, Hand of Heaven, Wrath of God, and Smite the Unbeliever. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter. You'll see it in a minute. As you can see, his flying circus is just like doom, 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 balloon, 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 all over the place. And he has all his units spread out. I go ahead and I scout up like this with my Spider Riders Vanguard. I go ahead and move up a little bit more. It's going to go and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins. Turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. Guys, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. So excited. So excited. I'm like a little kid right now. All right. So basically what I end up doing is I go ahead and I move my Spider Riders on the left. That's about it. I go ahead and I move up my Forest Goblins, like I said, right in the middle. Not really too worried. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. All his MSU doesn't scare my giant block of goblins. My giant block of goblins will kill dwarves if he charges me. The Grudge Busters could be an issue because they're T5, but those goblins are poison because they're forest goblins. Put Crom right in the middle because you know what? Crom don't give a fuck. Go ahead and move the savages up on the right, and I decided that I'm just going to leave the savages there, and I'm going to run the spider up on the flank, and then let the spider just clean up all those units of 10s. But we'll see how that goes. Magic, I end up getting a 1 on the flux. Go ahead and I do this card right here, my Orcs and Goblins card. This is my Lightning Vambrace card, which means I did Lightning Vambrace. I did it onto his catapult. I ended up doing 2 wounds onto his catapult. Go ahead and do a couple wounds with Tomahawks and Dragon Breath into his copters, but I only did 2 wounds here. That's all that really happened there. And then over here shooting, I end up shooting into his catapult, do 1 more wound. That was it. It's going to go and start off turn 1, Dwarven Holes. Dwarven Holes turn 1. So he does this thing where he realizes, oh shit, all his points are in his freaking spiders. So he goes ahead and he does probably the smartest thing, which is he moves all the copters to the left to try to shoot my damn spiders. Not only that, he really doesn't, I don't know what he's doing with the dwarves and all that, but he's doing stuff with it. But shooting phase, he has no magic, he has no rune mastery, just go straight into shooting. Shooting, he decides, and over here I'm thinking he's going to throw that rock on my spider, or try to hit Crom, or try to hit my giant block of goblins. No. He throws it directly into my Spider Riders, directly in, boom, like so, and he kills. I am not shitting you. I don't even know how big the I think he cheated me. I don't even know how big the catapult is, but he hits them all, and he gets all 10, and he wounds all 10, and I made no ward saves because it's rune or armor saves because it's rune crafted, and he killed all my Spider Riders in 1 catapult shot. What the fuck? Then he's gonna go to shooting with the freaking balloons, and he just starts shooting. Guys, can you hear it? I can hear it. There's a fucking ambulance, and I'm in the basement. Anyways, he's gonna shoot all his copters into my freaking 2 remaining Spider Riders, and he kills my BSB. My wizard runs away, and my wizard never comes back on turn 1. Oh, that fucking hurt. That fucking hurt. Oh my god, that was brutal. Okay. All right. Let's continue on. Sorry. It says his name is, yeah, Dorde. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's see. My turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 2. Orcs and Goblins, turn 2. I'm going to go ahead and call it the Wog. I'm wogging out. Now, I go ahead and I charge my spider on the right into his Grudge Buster, which gave me a flank. If I get in, I'm going to overrun into a unit of Clan Warriors, and I'm just going to rip apart Clan Warriors, overrun to another unit of Clan Warriors. He sees that, so he has to flee. So I'm like, fuck, let me redirect. And I'm just going to redirect to the closest thing, which is that Steam Bomber. And he flees with that one. I think that one fails his terror check, to be honest. And they both run. To be honest, both of them don't rally. They just continue running off the table. So Spider just fails charge and kind of stumbles forward. Over here, my Goblins. As you can see, Crom actually charged into a unit of warriors right up there. I think he was chaffing me on purpose, but what he did was he chaffed me with the warriors, but he moved his general out to face the goblins. He wanted me to charge my goblins into him because he has this dragon breath and all this shit, and I'm just like, you know what, I got a couple turns to shoot or do something else. I'm not worried about his general at the moment. So I go ahead and I shoot these goblins into his freaking stone thrower, get another wound, and basically that's about it. There's no magic phase for me anymore. We're gonna go straight into combat. Crom just fucking fucks up those dwarves. I think I did 6 wounds, 6 onto 10 guys, and then the other 4 ran away. And yeah, that was just brutal. And I don't even think I chased him. Did I chase? Oh, I definitely chased him. I chased him, and Crom just was like, boom, 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 boom. And he was like, holy shit, what is that? I said, that's the idol. The idol of chicken. And that one turn where I just freaking ripped apart all his. What happened? What had happened was. I hit him, I did impact hits, I did thunder stomps, and he started trying to do ward saves for shield wall. And I was like, dude, you don't get ward saves for shield wall. He's like, no, you do. In my country, you do it all the time. And I was like, they do it all the time. And I was like, no, man, you get it on regular swings, but not impact hits and shield and thunder stomps. And he was like, fuck. So he didn't believe me. We had to go ask another dwarf player. And then dwarf player was like, nope, you don't get it. And he was like, all right, fine. So after I said that, after that happened, he was just like, fuck, how am I going to handle with this big guy? And as you can see, he's looking at me like, I don't even know. And that's how the table looks. It's going to start off his turn. Dwarves turn 2. Dwarves turn 2. He charges his general into my goblins. He charges the Grudge Buster on the hill into the goblins. Both get in. Boom! I have no fucking clue what happened to my chariots. I think his Grudge Buster charged my chariots and I fled. But I fled way out of my general's bubble. It takes a long time for the chariots to even rally. Over here, he doesn't charge shit into Crom. He is scared shitless of Crom. So what he ends up doing is everybody just walks out of his line of sight. Even the Grudge Buster. Grudge Buster runs behind the hill. This flying circus runs around trying to shoot up some goblins or some shit. I don't even know. These miners pop up over here towards my running K-Pack. These miners right here try to pin in my savages. Now what they're trying to do is there's some dwarf warriors up north, like 2 units, and then the miners popped out south. So basically he's trying to pincer me in. And as you can see, this is how the table looks. Now his BSB walked in front of my spider. Walked in front. Don't even understand why he takes these characters out of the units. But basically they have 1-up armor. He'll be like a 4 or 5 aboard with shield wall. And then not only that, but like honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to wound his general with my goblins because he has a 1-up armor. Yeah, he's going to put in a lot of wounds onto my goblins. But I'll be holding steadfast for a long time. That's the one part that I was kind of curious about. But over here, shooting, he throws some tomahawks into my savages, kill 2 savages. Over here, he throws a lot of tomahawks, gets like every hit, almost every wound, kills 2 of my chariots, but they're already panicking here. Over here, I have no idea why I took this picture, but this is obviously a picture of somebody flubbing. I think this was his dragon breath. I think this is exactly what it was. He has a dragon breath, and he just rolled all 1s and 2s and got 1 wound. Nope. The big dice is usually a challenge, so I challenge with a champ. He kills my champ. He got max wounds 4. I think that was my dice roll against his Grudge Buster. I did 2 poisons, and it looks like maybe 1 hit. I don't even know. It looks like that. I ended up doing 2 wounds. See, this is the thing I don't understand, is how did he die? Did he take 2 wounds from dangerous terrains in the forests? Not sure how he died. This might be my turn. I don't even know. I don't know. Anyways, somehow his freaking Grudge Buster died or ran away. It's going to be my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. I turn Crom around to deal with his Lord. I reform his... This might be another unit or another round of combat, to be honest, because I don't think I charged anything in. I moved the dogs to chaff Crom's backside so Crom could get into his general, no problem. And that's how it looks. Now, on the right side, you don't really see it. I think I just totally missed the whole string of photos because obviously I reformed with the goblins to deal with his general, kept my general hiding behind the rock because I don't need no rock lobbers killing him. He charged his BSB into my spider alone. My spider ended up doing 2 wounds onto him, and he's like, holy shit, and he's scared actually that I might kill his BSB, but he was holding, he did, I'm not kidding, he did the breath weapon, he did all his attacks, he did 0 wounds to the spider, 0. It's going to start off turn 3. Dwarven Holes. Turn 3 Dwarven Holes. He charges into my dogs. He doesn't really do anything else. This guy's going to go ahead and shoot into my goblins, kill a couple goblins. These guys are going to shoot into my goblins, kill a couple more goblins. No panics needed. Over here, my savages turned around. He's going to throw some tomahawks into them. And over here, my spider ended up killing his BSB, which he was just like, shit. It's going to start off turn 4 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 4 Orcs and Goblins. My spider is charging these freaking guys that were trying to come behind my savages. Fuck you, you fucking fucks. He ends up fleeing, and then I think the other unit flees. Over here, Crom does 2 wounds onto his fucking general. His general's like, shit. He's going to keep trying to kill Goblins. He's going to, he actually dies, or he runs away. He runs back towards his dwarves, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna chase with both because I don't really give a fuck. And I end up catching his general both. It's gonna start off his turn, dwarves turn 4, dwarves turn 4. As you can see, he just charges past Crom. He's gonna go. It's unfortunately for him a front charge, so even if he makes it, he has to like wheel and get in. So he charges both in, but he gets in like so, and then his copters come from behind my goblins like so. Over here, these copters are going to shoot into my goblins, do a couple more wounds. As you can see, only this unit got in. My goblins end up doing 2 wounds onto him, which is great because he's not going to break my steadfast. He does a bunch of wounds, but I stick on steadfast. Go start off turn 5 Orcs and Goblins. Turn 5 Orcs and Goblins. My general comes up, hiding behind the spider. My spider comes up to the flank. I really don't care if he gives me more of these 10-man blocks of dwarves. My common goblins charge the rear of his fucking balloons. Oh, isn't that a sight of beauty? As you can see, I had to take an aerial view because these balloons are in my way, but Crom basically just turns this way to threaten everything he has. And over here, close combat. Close combat, I only did 1 wound onto the copters. I do a couple wounds onto his warriors. His warriors run, and I turn my forest goblins around, but there's not much room. I'm going to take a charge from his dwarves on the flank. It's going to start off his turn 5. Dwarves turn 5. He charges into my flank with this unit, and that sucks because he's going to break my steadfast if I can't kill one. And I don't think he charges to Crom. Close combat. As you can see, I only did 1 wound onto the copter. I did no wounds to the flank. Now, he has a charge, a flank, a big flank, a rank, right? And probably like, say, maybe a couple wounds. 2 wounds, just say, right? Maybe a little bit more, 3, 4. 5. That's 9. 9 combat res if he does 5 wounds because there's 5 dice on my tray. Now, it looks like I have 2 ranks, a banner, and I had, at the time, a rear and a big rear. So I was down by 3. Okay? So I roll the dice, my goblins stick, my common goblins run, and that's okay because check this out. My general's coming in, boom, into the flank. My spider's coming into those fucking guys right there. I'm going to fucking save my forest goblins. Crom's going to clear out the warriors that are chilling right there, and boom, boom, boom. Oh my god, it looks like he failed his terror check. They run, and my spider ends up going into the flank of the other unit there. Holy shit, my general goes into the freaking flank of his balloons. We couldn't really touch because the balloons and the dragon were touching. And over close combat, my freaking General Dread just War Boss Dread just wiped out those fucking copters. Fuck those fucks. Bam, my common goblins are dying though. Holy shit, are they dying? My general overruns, or my common goblins, or forest goblins kill one of his guys. He's gonna panic and run. And I'm hoping to chase him down. I charge my general in. I charge my goblins in. I don't even think I charged my goblins in. I think I left my goblins there to take the objective. No, it looks like I left them there to take the objective. So my general chases, and he gets away by 1 inch, which blocks his further charge from his miners that are on the bottom left corner. That was the other reason why I did it, to block that charge, because if his miners charge into my goblins are dead. My goblins have been holding the objective the whole time. And there was 44 of them. Now there looks like there's like 8 left. As you can see, both monsters ripped apart their units. And that's how the table looks. Now it's his turn 5. He's going to move his flying circus around and try to shoot a couple more wounds in. The catapult that's been hiding behind the hill the whole fucking time. On round 5 or round 6, he shoots the catapult at my general, hits, wounds. I fail my fucking ward save. There's my general. Boom! He one-shot my fucking general. Causes panic checks on my goblins. Both my goblins stick. And over here, as you can see, this is how the table looks up here. And I believe we ran out of time. I believe that's exactly what happened, which is fine by me. I don't think it would have mattered too much because my Crom could have just turned around and charged into something. It looks like that's exactly what I was planning on doing. Looks like Crom turned right. You can't really see it. Maybe not. Maybe Crom's not there. But as you can see, oh man. As you can see, My Spider and Crom are fully healthy. My Savages are fully healthy, holding the objective on that side. And unfortunately, the middle objective is contested. But since I have the right objective and the middle objective, I win the objective. Holy shit. It's not a big win. It's a 14-6 win for me. It would have been. It probably would have been like a 18 or a 17 if my general did not die, but my general totally fucking died by a catapult, and I lucked out on the fucking luckiest, whatchamacallit checks, panic checks, leadership checks. Holy shit, did I luck out. Now, my K-Pack's all the way in the bottom left corner. You can't see him in this picture, but basically he was chasing my K-Pack around with those miners for a while, and I just decided to hide him behind a building, and I told him, I was like, if you want to chase him down, you already got half points on him. That's 180 points, and he was like, fuck, you're right. So I was just making him work for those 180 points, but I just hid behind a building, so he decided to just move the miners towards my forest goblins, which would have caused me problems, but it looks like we finished one turn too early. That was just because we were running out of time, and ESC and ETC had some very strict rules. If you're late on your on entering your points, you're going to take a penalty in points. So we just kind of called it here. But yeah, that was a great way to start the ESC. Not only that, but Team Montenegro is actually our first round opponent. So if I was to play this guy again, I would have a totally different mindset on how to play it. But spoiler warning, I don't play this guy again. Alright, guys. Alright. So, guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm going to put up the points. The points are going to be rolling up the screen right now. Let's see what I have here. And this is including the game with Jake Murphy. Jake motherfucking Murphy. So you're going to see this game alone. Dread, the Bastards, the Foot Clan only got 200 points apiece, roughly. The big point makers were the Bushwhackers with 1205, the Space Rock with 1270, and Crom for 755. Now, even though the Space Rock took the most points, I think the MVP here is Crom. Crom just put the fear of, like, holy shit, how do I deal with that monster in the middle? And not only that, but took out his general, took out a bunch of units. The Bushwhackers really took on the second place or honorable mention as the first place as well, or for a tie for first place, because the Bushwhackers held the objective, passed that fucking leadership 6 panic check at the end when my general died, and they just held on to the objective, and they fucking fought wave of dwarves, wave of freaking copters, the general, the whatchamacallit, the grudge buster, and they fucking survived. Holy crap, and put a lot of wounds in. That's fucking impressive. You know what? Crom doesn't get it. The Bushwhackers got it. But the whole time I'm thinking, really, Crom was the one that, like, if you were to see the gameplay changed the minute Crom came into the picture. When the Crom came into the picture and he realized he had nothing to deal with Crom, that he didn't have the tools to deal with Crom, T8, he was just like, fuck. And it caused him a big issue. So, yeah, I mean, that's I think the points are wrong there, but anyways, I still say Crom has it. Maybe the Bushwhackers. Either way, I'm going to say it's a tie. Fuck it. Guys, I hope you enjoy that. I enjoy making these videos. I'm going to try to make them as fast as possible. Like I said, today I got lucky. One of my appointments canceled, so I was able to just kind of sit here and do the video. But I would love to get you the rest of the videos as soon as possible. I have 5 ESCs, 6 ETC games, and these games are all pretty intense. I'm more proud of my ESC games. If you guys know the scores, that's why. But we're going to go over that as we get along. My next game, I'm trying to remember who my second round was. It'll come to me later. Let me see if I could see the name. I could probably remember. Oh, it's Ivan. My next game's a great game against a friend of mine from Australia/Spain, which is Ivan Diaz. And Ivan, I have an undefeated record up to this game against Ivan. So let's see if I can keep the streak going. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy this game, and I'll be getting them out as soon as possible. If you guys can and would like to show support, you could go to my Patreon. The link is in the description of my YouTube channel. But go to my Patreon and donate anything. $1 a month really helps out. I'm using the money to help fund my trip for next year to ETC, or also fund my camera that I'm working on getting for these battle reports. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoy. That's all I got for you today. And so MVP, Patreon. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time. Take care. Peace.